I'm starting by making the sauce. I have a half a cup of light soy sauce, a quarter cup of rice vinegar, a quarter cup of water, approximately a teaspoon of whole peppercorns, 8 cloves of minced garlic. Yeah, that's a good bit of garlic and it adds a lot of flavor to this dish. And 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, giving that a good mix. This sauce is the right balance of salty, sweet, and tang. I have 4 large bone-in chicken thighs that I cleaned and dried, seasoning both sides with a little salt. In my pan on medium-high heat, I have about a quarter cup of vegetable oil, and I'm adding my chicken skin side down. Once I have the chicken placed, I'm not going to touch it until I see a nice brown crust form on the skin and sides. This is going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. Once that happens, I'm going to flip it over and cook for another 3 minutes to help form a crust. Just a reminder that I will leave the recipe and the list of ingredients for this Filipino chicken adobo below this video. Also remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video recipe, and click the bell to make sure you receive notification of all my future video recipes. You want about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil on the bottom of the pan. You may need to drain off some excess fat and liquid. Now I'm adding in 1 small diced onion and cooking for another 2 minutes. I'm pouring over my sauce and turning up my heat to bring this up to a simmer. I'm adding in a little more water to bring the level halfway up the chicken. I'm also adding in 4 bay leaves, which will add a lot of flavor. Once at a simmer, I'm going to cover and cook for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you want to remove the lid and baste the chicken with the sauce for a minute or 2. Serving tonight with some steamed broccoli and rice. The chicken is so tender and saturated with that delicious salty, tangy sauce. Make sure you get some of that sauce on the rice. It is so good. Garnishing with some cilantro. The great part of this chicken adobo dinner is that it is easy, a one-pot meal, great on the budget, and you can have it ready in 45 minutes. I hope you give this classic Filipino chicken adobo meal a try and enjoy. This pepperoni chicken recipe is so quick and easy with all the flavors of a pizza. I have 2 boneless chicken breasts that I cut in half in about a 1/4 inch thick fillets. I'm drizzling each with a little olive oil and seasoning with some salt and black pepper on both sides. You will be able to find this recipe in the list of ingredients in the Show More section below. If you click on the word Show More, it will open and reveal this recipe, links where you can purchase some of the items that I use, and much, much more. If you have a chance, please check it out. In my oven-proof skillet on medium-high heat, I'm adding in some oil and the chicken fillets. I'm letting them cook for about 3 to 4 minutes or until they start browning and release from the pan. I'm turning and cooking on the other side for about 3 to 4 minutes or until done. Once done, I'm removing the chicken from the pan and setting to the side. In the same pan on medium-high heat, I have a couple tablespoons of the oil left, and you may need to add more if needed. I'm adding in some diced onions, bell peppers, and of course it wouldn't be pizza style without some mushrooms. Giving that a good stir and cooking for about 5 minutes. The veggies will release some moisture and help deglaze the pan. I quartered some pepperoni and I'm using turkey pepperoni. This will add a lot of pepperoni flavor to the sauce. Cooking and stirring for a minute. This is some diced roasted red bell peppers and a good bit of minced garlic. Cooking and stirring for 30 seconds, and then I'm adding in a large can of diced tomatoes and a couple tablespoons of tomato paste to help thicken the sauce. Cooking and stirring until well combined. And we are still not done adding more flavor. I have some oregano, some basil pesto that I needed to use, and you can add dried or fresh basil, and garlic and onion powder. giving that a stir and bringing up to a simmer and cooking for 5 minutes. Now I'm adding the chicken fillets and all the juices back into the pan and coating each one with the sauce. I'm turning off and removing my pan from the heat. Next, I'm adding some sliced fresh mozzarella cheese on top. And of course, we have to have lots of pepperoni. This is going into a preheated 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for 5 minutes and then under the broiler until the cheese is nice and melted and ooey gooey and slightly browned. And once the pepperoni chicken is done, let it rest for 5 minutes before serving. It is piping hot. The pepperoni flavor is throughout, and it tastes very much like a pizza. This pepperoni chicken dinner will be a family favorite. Serving tonight with some riced cauliflower and a side of veggies. I hope you give this easy and delicious one-pan pepperoni chicken recipe a try and enjoy. If you like this video recipe, please hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to the subscribe to make sure that you get my future video recipes. You can also find me on Facebook and at my website. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. And until next time, much love.